My name is Perry Samimy. I'm a first-year PhD student in Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department at UCSD. I work in the High Energy Density Physics group led by Professor Farhat Beg. And today I'm going to be presenting a bit of my research on proton fast ignition, which is what I would call a second-generation inertial confinement fusion scheme, moving from conventional ICF towards a method that might be more feasible for a pilot plant that is meant to produce renewable energy. That is at least my main motivation to study fusion, is inertial fusion energy. And proton fast ignition is one potential answer to that question. The only problem is there are a lot of unknowns. Proton fast ignition is quite the complicated scheme. There's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of different physical mechanisms involved, many of which surround the protons themselves. The proton acceleration, the proton transport, the proton energy deposition, those are all things that we were interested in looking into. And we were able to get some very interesting experimental results, supplement those with simulation, and we're able to get at the underlying physics of what is taking place in this proton fast ignition experiment. Part of the reason why I'm interested in studying fusion comes from a desire to work on challenging, meaningful problems that benefit society. I grew up very interested in the environment. I grew up in Miami, spent a lot of time on the water. That was sort of my way of getting out of the classroom. And towards the end of college, became very interested in renewable energy, but was unsure what exactly within that I wanted to pursue. And then I remember I was watching 60 Minutes one night, a news program, and saw an interview with Dr. Tammy Ma and Dr. Kim Badil, director of LLNL, on the achievement of ignition on NIF. And that got me thinking. I was like, wow, that fusion thing sounds really, really interesting. And so I went to YouTube, asked ChatGPT a bunch of questions, and eventually realized that was what I wanted to study. It just sort of like tripped that trigger inside my brain, in my heart, that is what I was looking for when trying to decide what to pursue after college. And was fortunate enough to talk to a professor of plasma physics, Paul Bellin, at Caltech, which is where I did my undergrad, who recommended that I look at UCSD and contact Professor Beg, which I would not have done had he not mentioned it. So I really have a lot to owe to, to Paul. And ended up coming to San Diego. It's not too far away, 2-hour drive. Had a nice meeting with Farhat. He told me that his group was focused on the engineering challenges associated with fusion, and I was sold, because my background is in mechanical engineering, not physics. I'm definitely an engineer, not a physicist. And so that was music to my ears. And it's been great so far. UCSD has a lot of incredible fusion research, not only inertial confinement, but also magnetic confinement, both experimental research and computational research. UCSD has been a really, really great place to be. A lot of amazing connections to world-class facilities. And I've definitely felt like I've been exposed to opportunities here through Farhat, through our lab, and through the Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering Department that I might not have necessarily been able to explore at other places. I've really, really enjoyed my time here so far. I'm only a first year, so I got 5 or 6 more years to go. So it's good that I'm enjoying it now. It bodes well for the future. But yeah, I highly recommend anybody interested in fusion take a look at UCSD's research, take a look at the Center for Energy Research's faculty page. That's the center on campus that I work under. We also have the Center for Matter Under Extreme Conditions, and then the Fusion Engineering Institute. Those are 3 incredible research centers at one university for fusion, which I haven't seen at many other places. And not to mention you're in San Diego, so there are worse places.